It's exactly 12 minutes past 11 a.m. And you're tuned into Baze Radio. My name is Atieno, and of course, I'm your host every single day from Monday morning at 8 a.m. up until 12 noon, right here on Baze Radio. The name of the show is In the AM with Atieno, and that was Necessary Noise by Necessary Noise with Bring Back the Noise. And coming right up is Hood Boys with Namkata. Then Ochunglo Family with some word of advice. Please keep it zero distance. And Hood Boys are a dynamic Kenya trio shaking up East Africa's basically music scene with their electrifying blend of urban tone, gengetone, Afrobeat, and also urban sounds. And it's formed by Papa Nyosto, Martin Kilavo, Manavero, that is Joffrey, and Fame Stano, that is Stanley Safari. And basically this group delivers high energy tracks packed with witty lyrics and danceable beats. Vile mtakuja msikie in the next few minutes, and that is Hood Boys with Namkata. But before that, I'm just going to ask them just a little bit of questions here and there just to get to know them better. I know mvua ilikuwa inanyesha. They were supposed to get here earlier, but mvua imenyesha, so it has caused traffic. That makes no sense, honestly. But this is Nairobi. So it's pretty much understandable. So when you guys are talking, please mtasongea mics, not to ask you for. But in the meantime, I hope mmekuwa na Tuesday fiti. How is your Monday? Oh no, your Tuesday morning coming along?
Imekuwa poa. Ni jam tu kiasi tu hapa na pale.
So are you Martin? Are you Stanley? Are you Gift? Like you are who?
Mimi Fame Stanley.
Oh, okay. Pleasure to meet you, Stanley. You?
Mini Vevo. Vevo. Gifts.
Gift Joffrey. Okay.
Mino Papa Nyosto. Martin.
Okay. Oh, wait, that name is so Nyosto inakatusi. It was Nyosto ni nini? Before niulize Kayole. What does Nyosto mean?
Okay, Nyosto ilikuwa like ni family fulani tulikuwa tumeform kitambo tukiwa wadogo. So ilikuwa inaitwa Bobo Nyosto. So ika come up that mimi nilikuwa naitwa Papa nickname yangu.
Okay.
So si nilikuwa mmoja wao. Kabidi niitwe Papa Nyosto. Yeah.
That is quite interesting. Now, as I was giving you guys that intro about you guys, basically mna balance urban tone, gengetone, Afrobeat, and also urban sounds. So I'd love to know, how do you balance the influences of all the genres that I've mentioned to basically create a very cohesive sound that will resonate with youths in East Africa?
Okay, so basically mi nasemanga music, it's all about the vibe. So tunaweza jaribu atuko yani tu atujazi seclude na genre nini moja. So we are diverse na tunapiga tu vibe yoyote sisi. Because tunaamini tunaweza bamba wase na anything we give them.
Okay. So mjaji limit.
Hatujaji limit.
That's actually a good thing. Now, tutataka kusikiza ngoma yenyewe inajita Namkata, which, ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned a while back, you can discover biti yako like this by Hood Boys. Inajita Namkata via YouTube. All you have to do is just dial *555#. Get yourself the YouTube bundle that's 10 shillings only and is valid for 3 hours, and you can listen to Hood Boys with Namkata. But before that, I just want to ask a question that Papa Nyosto you're going to answer when we come back, right?
Yeah,
so you're known for bringing a very unique style.
Yeah.
So when we come back, I'd love for you to describe how your background or basically your experiences have shaped the group's overall vibe. Because we have groups like Tano Nane, the Big Boys, where wataleta Kiburu ndani ya ngoma yao. So I'd love to know whether also your background has shaped you to become Papa Nyosto. Okay? Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to Hood Boys with Namkata. And you can tell me what you think about this tune via 0716-250-933 and use the hashtag in the AM with Atieno. After that, Zero Distance by Ochunglo Family coming right after. Enjoy. Unpopular opinion, but Nelly the Goon ni suicide wa nini Ochunglo Family. Unasikiza lyrics zake, I'm like, hold on. Subira navuta fegi. What? Nikonga subira huvuta heri. But anyway, that is Nelly the Goon Demore, and of course a big friend of mine, Benzema, Ochunglo Family with Keep It Zero Distance. And coming right after that is Waleo 2 by Hood Boys. We have them in the building featuring Mac and Tipsy G. Then tutapewa pale nipe dance by once again Hood Boys, and they are in the studio with me. And before that short commercial break, I had a question for Papa Nyosto, right? So you're known for basically kuleta a unique style when it comes to music and all that. So can you describe how basically background yako place umetoka, experience shape ya imetengeneza hii group yenyu, like basically talk to me about how your background is correlating with your music career.
Okay, so mi ni msee wa Isili. Namba 4 Madiwa.
Okay.
So naweza sema mziki yangu ni lifestyle najaribu kupatiana story ya kitu yenye inaweza kuina happen kwa msee ana relate nayo na kama hiyo namkataa nilimtaka kamsaka nkampata kanikataa so nafanya venye amenifanyia sayana nitaka akinsaka mimi ndamkataa and get so ni tit for tat. Kuna ingine kaa Pungulu like ni vibe fulani tu na try kuleta yenye inaweza bamba msee aizin mtu anaweza isikiza a relate nayo.
Yeah, basically to relate na wasi. That actually makes a whole lot of sense because a lot of music unapata msee ata relate na msee mwingine entirely. But I believe that is what a lot of gengetone, urban tone artists are doing. The likes of Kina Toxic Lyrically, you guys as well. Uchunglo family, I don't think so, but anyway, to each their own. Now, I'd love to know basically now ngoma yenyu ina capture themes of love. Kuna part ya hustle, kuna part ya everyday life. So how do you decide which stories or which emotions to focus on mki create a new track?
Ina depend na venye vibe imekamio studio na venye Papa Nyosto ametoa content yake. Kama kuna hiyo mpe imetokea nitomalia wenyewe. Inaongelea tu venye wase wanachukulia ngoma mdem nini kwa club, ni vibe tu ya club.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically ni vitu pia mna experience or basically kenye Papa Nyosto solo ana experience?
Tuna experience kila msee
pamoja. So kama wewe manzi yako ashachukuliwa unapeleka
unaandika hapo
same to you. Na manzi yako ashachukuliwa.
Shaizi.
Guy, I'm so sorry. That is so sad, man. That is so sad. I don't even know what I'll do if something like that happens. But anyway, kuchukuliwa alikubali tu kuenda. News flash. Msaizi chukuliwa. So I'd love to know when you collaborate with local artists and hata yongo matumesikia na mkata. It's a song that actually blew up on TikTok. Ulikuwa na dance style yake and all that. So collaborating with local artists and dance crew seems to be basically central to your work. Ni kama ni pivot, right? So what's the most meaningful collaboration you've had and how did it influence your music?
So basically naweza sema meaningful collaboration ni tulifanya ni ule msichana alikama up na hiyo dance na mkata. She's the one who made the challenge na ile go viral venye umesema. Na hapo ndo niliona hiyo ngoma ililipuka because it took almost a week ngoma ilikuwa imesimama. So like within a week ilikuwa ishafika I think 600k views, ilikuwa imeenda sana kabisa. So naweza sema ku-interact na dancers, the content creators inakuanga poa sana.
So you believe so I'm gonna bring an artist in mind, the likes of that we have Azian blew up overnight. Over to dance Okongo Pole nimekuja ghafla, but Femi One, unlike you guys where you're taking accountability and saying ingoma ilikuwa imesimama but udema alikuja kai to a point A and a point B. I feel like that's a good thing to artists. Now do you think the same way you think all artists actually think the way you guys are thinking? Like dancers watakuja wasaidie ngoma yenyu ku blow up ama nyinyi mnafikiria mko na tu hiyo kismat?
Naweza sema na feeling kuna artist difference. Kuna wenye ana feeling yao kitu wametoa ni deadly na kuna wenye ana feeling pia wanasaidiwa nao content creators, but mainly mimi usemanga kitu kama ni deadly itaenda. Kitu kama ni kali itaenda yenyewe.
Okay. Now when you come back, I want to talk to Manavero and Fame Stano. So basically you bring witty lyrics and danceable beats into your music group. So how do your individual strengths come together during songwriting and also the production process? We'll talk about that in the next few minutes. But before that, ladies and gentlemen, let's listen to Waleo 2 by Hood Boyz, and it's exactly 28 minutes past 11 in the AM. Keep it Baze Radio. That was Waleo 2 by Hood Boyz featuring Mark Akaira-san and Tipsy G, and it's exactly 28 minutes to 12 noon, and we're about to wind up today's show. But before that, we'll listen to Niper Dance by Hood Boyz, then The Purge by Calligraph Jones, and my name is Atieno, and of course I'm your host every single day from 8 a.m. up until 12 noon exclusively on Baze Radio. And before that short commercial break, I had a question for Manavero and also Fame Stano, because now they bring very, very different lyrics. I'll call them witty and also danceable beats to Hood Boyz. So I'd love to know strengths zenyu individually ziki come together during songwriting. How is that?
Okay, so naweza sema zinaonekananga anakuanga papa Nyosto. Anakuanga ameivisha the hooks, the chorus. So strength yake inakuanga hapo. Unapata saa zingine time ingine napiga chorus, tunasaidiana. But mimi kenye naweza sema ni verse nakuanga comfortable sana. Huyu pia verses zake zinakuanga comfortable. So basically tunakuanga tumeshikana hivyo, hiyo strength tuna wewe verse, wewe ka hook.
So yake tu ni hook tu solo,
but pia anakapiga verse.
So basically nyote mnaweza changia tu anything. It just depends, So how is your creativity process like? I'd love to know. Kuna wale watu wenye wanakuanga creative probably in the morning. Kuna wale watu lazima wa midi wa seti ndio wako nini creative. Kuna wale watu probably lazima waende bukla wajione ndio wako like imana mde fulani hapa amepita na she's blessed. So I can write something about it. So I'd love to know creative process ya Hood Boyz ikoaje.
Okay, so hadi sasa hivi venye niko hapa, venye niko hapo, naweza kuwa nafikiria kitu. So I just record it down. Tukitoka niko na hii idea fulani, umesikia hii, tunaweza imba kuhusu hiyo. Nampea ana sharpen kivyake. Tunajua venye itakuwa studio sasa.
And you guys ever sit down and think ingoma inaweza jipa ama use jipa, then mnakuja mnashtuka like ile yenye mko mnadhani itajipa ndio inajipa ama tu zote zi ujipa kwa kitu.
Tumepatana na hiyo coincidence. Inakuanga hivyo kwa sababu kama namkataa basically tulikuwa tunajuanga hiyo ni ngoma ya kushikilia tu account. Tuliitoa tu ikuwa ya kushikilia account. So by that tulishtuka juu na kusho ilikuwa 1 week, yani niliona 1 week hiyo ngoma ili blow up. So like tunatonga ngoma saa zingine tunaona inaenda.
Now so when we come back, I'd love to know now East African culture is very diverse and very very broad. Kila mtu akona culture yake tofauti. Kenya tuko na 47 tribes. That is technically 47 cultures. So I'd love to know, how do you ensure your music basically authentically represents what you guys stand for when it comes to culture, and also it appeals on a broader audience? Probably itoke hapa iende place ka Tanzania, ichape iende Uganda, ichape iende Niger. How do you like authentically represent yourself? So we'll talk about that in the next few minutes after listening to Nipe Dance by Hood. That is Calligraph Jones, Papa Jones with the page, and you can check that out in a jet of the Book of Jones first chapter on YouTube, on Spotify, you name it, across all music streaming platforms. And it's only 17 minutes to 12 noon, and I'm about to say goodbye to Patana Cash at same time, same place. But before that, tutasikiza Chinja by Hood Boyz featuring by BW Smith, then Namba Yako by Flex. When you pay Namba Yako atakani sister yako, that is really corny, but it's really interesting. When you pay Namba Yako atakani sister yako ni sawa, bora niko na mtu ya mtu, niko anambia mtu mwenye ako karibu na wewe. It makes so much sense. Now as we wind up, we talked about how East Africa culture is very vibrant and very diverse. Even in our own country, we have 47 tribes, and within those 47 tribes, those are 47 cultures. But other ndani hizo tribes, bado tena kuna sub-tribes zenye ziko na different cultures as well. And I'd love to know, how does Hood Boyz basically ensure that their music basically authentically represents them while also appealing to a broader audience? Because utapata wasanii wengi right now, they want to, entertain, for lack of a better word, the white people type of audience. So nataka kujua vile nyinyi mna stay true to yourself. Basically you Hood Boyz mnatuonyeshaje?
So sisi tunapiganga music yenye inaitwa relatable music, in which tunaiconsideranga kupiga kama hiyo juu tuna focusing on kupiga music hiyo juu inaletanga kitu inaitwa timelessness. Unaona, ngoma yetu tuseme in the next 10 years tunataka mtu akuwe na relate enyewe they sang this song na mkata na unaona. So us we just sing relatable songs zenye mtu atarelate nayo hadi akuwe wapi. Tunajaribu kuensure hiyo.
So basically kenye vile alisema mara ya first Papa Nyosto. Okay, that's quite interesting. Now as we wind up, looking ahead, what impact do you hope Hood Boyz will have on the next generation?
Next generation.
Ni Gen X ama ni Gen Alpha?
Gen Z.
Gen Z ni sisi.
Gen Alpha.
Ni Gen Alpha,
Tunataka, okay. Kitu si tunajaribu kudu, ndio maana unasikia tunapiga kila hizo genre zote. Like tunataka ku take music ya Kenya to the next level.
Okay.
Unaona venye saka saibi anafanya. si Sauti Sol mzima imeenda hapo nje, ni BN peke yake. Though akienda wase wanajua nani BN Soul. Kutoka wapi? Kenya. Unaona? So si tuna try ku bring up hiyo culture ya Kenya. Unajua kasa hii tumeshindwa na TZ. Kuna venye TZ wako juu yetu. So tunataka tuonyeshe kuna, unajua kuna enzi zile enzi ya boom boom ba, hizo ndo ngoma zilikuwa zinachezwa hadi club TZ. Si ndo tulikuwa juu. Sasa tuna try ku bring up hiyo culture ya kitambo. Ndio maana unaona tuna try like everything. Kitu yenye inaweza sell out hadi majuu, msi anaweza sikiza. Si eti tumeimba tu the same thing yenye huyu anajua Sheng, lakini mse yako Uganda hajui hiyo. Unaona? So tuna try ku build up genres in kukua at least kwa genre ya beat kukua gena Kenyan music.
Kuna Abantu na Gengeton.
Yani kukua na Kenyan music venye mtu akisikia bongo anajua ni TZ.
Yeah, true. Akisikia Afro anajua ni
exactly.
Anajua ni South Africa.
Exactly.
That actually makes a whole lot of sense. Now, in the meantime, as we want our songs to be known in BET, the only thing that you can do is just dial *555# and go check out the new song. Inajita Malia Wenyewe. It was released 4 days ago and currently it has 10,000 views. We can do better than that. It's either you subscribe to their page. After you subscribe, watch the entire song plus the ads as well. That is very, very important. Then like it, share, download it if need be, and also comment. Nimwona VDJ Jones amecomment hapa, a good friend of mine as well. Ningepewa kupeyo sini ya mwisho, Karemba kona kifua kikuu. Oh God, VDJ Jones. But if you want to know how that kifua is kikuu, you have to go check it out on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, by dialing *555#, getting yourself the YouTube bundle that is only 10 shillings and is valid for 3 hours. Basically, ni kwa plug na kudiscover beat yako ama kudiscover vibe yako. Now, in the meantime, let's listen to YBW Smith with Hood Boyz, Chinja. Then namba yako atakani ya sister yako by Flex. Enjoy. Sister yako watu kitambo walikuwa nakatiana vizuri, but anyway, that is Flex XX with the namba yako. And coming right up as we wind up today's show is Banjuka by Hood Boyz featuring Mark Akairasan. And after that it's Kama Hauna by Nikita Kering, Dovuku and Scam Cardinali, and it's exactly 6 minutes to 12 noon. Silver Kido is coming right after in 2 hours at exactly 2 with Kwa Block with Silver Kido. Now, you can listen to me na Kido pia kila siku Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 12. Kido anaanzia pale saa 8 via My Safaricom app, which you can download on either Play Store or App Store, or at www.bazeradio.co.ke or www.bazeonlineradio.co.ke. As we wind up, any last words kwa mafans wenyu and all that, then kama unataka kusikiza mangoma zenyu anazaenda wapi aside from YouTube?
Hapo kwa social media handles unaweza tupata kama Hood Boyz KE. IG ni Hood Boyz, all pages ni Hood Boyz, so tuko hapo. And then watu keep tuned jo. Vitu bado zinakam, msikize Malia Wenyewe tuli drop like 3 days ago. Okay.
Wanaweza zipata wapi? YouTube,
Spotify, kila mali ni Hood Boyz KE.
Okay. Now you can listen to the new song pale YouTube. You can also check it out on Spotify or any music platform that you can stream music in. That also entails Boomplay, Mdundo, you name it. And as we wind up, let's listen to Banjuka by them, Hood Boyz, featuring Mark Akairasan. Then once again, ladies and gentlemen, Kama Hauna by Nikita Kering, and that was your host Atieno. Tutapatana kesho same time same place, and I hope the weather tomorrow will at least behave. Inyeshe nikifika home, isinyeshe nikitoka home tafadhali. Maybe inyeshe nikitoka home kanikona ndai, but anyway, we give thanks to the Almighty. I was your host Atieno. Tutapatana kesho same time same place from 8 a.m. in the morning up until 12 noon exclusively on Baze Radio. With that being said, have yourselves a lovely Tuesday afternoon. Goodbye.
This is Baze Radio.
We are 254 to the core.